Hey everybody, this is Chris Cowan and this is my presentation on PHP if, and else clauses. And I decided to go with our template that we're using for our PHP motor site, and I just kind of created the questions and sort of statements that I'll use as a outline for this presentation. So you see here my title of PHP if, and else demonstration. And the first heading here says use the if clause to execute code after checking for a true or a Boolean condition. And so what we can do with that is write an if clause, and that will allow our program to check for a condition, and if it's true, execute this block of code based on whether it's true. So I created this question: what does PHP Motors think about a sale if it is less than or equal to $7,000? And so here is the code for this site here. There's the question, and here I just have a paragraph element, and within it some PHP code. And so I created this variable sale number 1, and it's at $3,000, so less than 7,000. So this is going to be true. I'm going to write an if clause, if, and then we start with a parentheses, and this contains the condition. So I'm going to say if sale 1 is less than or equal to $7,000, then we're going to follow that with a curly bracket, and the curly braces contain whatever code we want to execute if this statement is true. And so I'm just going to say echo not a strong sale, do better next time, just like that. And after every statement of code within the curly braces, we have to follow it with a semicolon. I'm going to save that, and I'll minimize this and refresh our window here, and there we go. It evaluated that if clause. It was true. It was 3,000 less than 7,000, and executed that code. Not a strong sale, do better next time. So next we have use the else if clause if the first condition is false, but there is another condition to check for a true or a Boolean condition. And so the else if is going to be like a follow-up checkpoint to the original if. If this one is false, it'll then check this one out, and if this one turns out to be true, it executes the code associated with that. So the question we'll use for this one to demonstrate it is, what does PHP Motors think about a sale if it is less or more than... Oh, that's a typo, Chris. Bad. So if it is more than 7,000, forget about that less, more than 7,000, but less than or equal to 12,000. So sort of a middle of the road sale here. So let's go down here. Here's our question. Well, let's fix that typo too while we're at it. If it's more than 7,000 but less than or equal to 12,000, here's our PHP for sale number 2, and I'm going to say that this sale is 9,000 here. And I'm also just going to take our original code here. I'm going to copy it and paste it down there. So this is our first condition, which we know now is going to be false. And I'm going to follow it up with a else if, and it's the same syntax. I'm going to say sale 2 is less than or equal to, oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to say sale 2 is more than 7,000, and sale 2 is less than or equal to 12,000. There's our condition, followed up with our curly braces, and we'll echo not a bad sale, but not that great either. How about that? And again, end it with a semicolon. We'll save it, and let's see what happens. We refresh, and there it goes. So it evaluated the first one. The first if was false. Then this follow-up else if was true. Our sale was 9,000. Not strong, do better next time. So our last one is the else clause. And this usually can be used to finish off a series of if or else ifs. And you can have lots of else ifs. You can have as many as you want. And then when you get to the end, what the else can do is, in the event that the if is false and all of the else ifs are false, this is the code to go ahead and execute. So if all the other conditions are false, and our question for the example is, what does PHP Motors think about a sale if it exceeds 12,000? So we'll pull up our code here, and I'm just gonna copy our previous code in like that, and my new variable is, I'm saying that the sale is at 17,000, and with the else, we don't have to enter a condition because there is no condition. It's just all the other conditions have been evaluated and it's false. So we're just gonna forget about the parentheses, go straight to the curly braces, and write in whatever code we want. And we're gonna say, you're doing great. Keep up the strong sales. Again, end it with a curly brace, save it, and let's see what happens here. Refresh, and there it is. So that's a quick demonstration of the if, else if, and else statements. Obviously, you can do anything you want with these. Very helpful, very awesome, and that's it. Thank you.